in Germany for a clash. While both teams may well have confirmed their place in the top 5 and therefore will be in the playoffs, there is still classification spots to battle for. Still 2 games to go for Oldenburg. There's an outside opportunity. They could end up in the top 2 of the group, which may mean they get to miss round 1 of the playoffs and go straight to round 2. But there's so much to play for. Here is the schedule for Group C. Asvel got the 20-point win yesterday. PAOK and Neptunus and Valese are at home. And Oldenburg and Ventspils visit Neptunus in Lithuania, and Usak Sportif will visit Italy and Valese. 7 o'clock in the evening in Thessaloniki, in the Greek Macedonia Greek area of Greece. And the crowd will be arriving in due course. Asvel sit proudly on top with a 1-game lead over Neptunus, and Oldenburg, Ventspils 1 game back. And even though there are 2 games still remaining, with the head-to-head situation, PAOK are confirmed as the 5th place team. But as I say, a win here, a loss by Ventspils, that could move them up into a qualification guaranteed place. They still have the outside chance of not qualifying. Only the 4 best 5th place teams will make it through to the playoff stage of the Basketball Champions League. Here's the roster. Chris Kramer highlights this roster in so many ways. Plays 35 minutes plus per game alongside the 10-year veteran on this program, Ricky Paulding. Kramer's been here for 5. Paulding's been in Oldenburg for 10 years. Such an unusual stat that in these days of consistent player movement. But this Oldenburg team, who currently sit 6th in the German 1st Division with a 9-8 record, had an 86-82 win over Tiger at the weekend, are a fun and a really up-tempo team that really does play with its heart on its sleeve. Here's the PAOK roster, and what an impact that is McFadden has made, averaging 24 points a game over the 2 games that he has played. He also had a 16-point haul at the weekend over in the loss to Panathinaikos in the Greek A1 League. Only he and Jordan Siebert got into double figures in the loss to Panathinaikos. Keith Clanton had 14 points, 8 rebounds in the corresponding game. The 5-point loss in Germany for Coach Markopoulos' lineup. So Oldenburg led out and led in so many ways by Chris Kramer. Averages 8.6 points a game, 6.8 assists, chips in with 5 rebounds. In the German league, he goes with 10 points and 7 assists. He is just a machine in terms of his physical capability. He has one of the best engines that I can remember with a basketball player, because he doesn't just play 35 minutes, he plays hard for 35 minutes. And he really does lead this team. Great depth across this. Brian Kuval, who led the scorers in the win at home over PAOK with 16 points, 9 rebounds. Those 2 really do form a very, very effective partnership. So PAOK, who need the win, they could be one of the 5th place teams, so they're in the mix for qualification spots.
Go to the
So there'll be 4 of the 5th ranked teams that will progress to the Basketball Champions League playoff, and PAOK are on that really dangerous place. A 5th place team will win here. The results going the other way, the right way for them, could see them get into the top 4. But they really do need to come up with a win tonight at home, and then look to see if they can also get the win in the last game in Group C next week, when they have the trip to Ventspils, and that could be a winner-take-all game. Here are the 3 officials, the 3rd team on the floor, Mr. Konde, Horizov, and Zurapovic from Spain, Bulgaria, and Bosnia-Herzegovina, respectively. 3 teams on the floor, teamwork across all 3 teams, absolutely vital. And we are fast approaching tip time for PAOK, which is a crucial win for them, but also for Oldenburg, who still would love to be one of those top 2 teams and get a 2-week break while the first playoff round takes place. They would love to be preparing for the 2nd round as one of the best 2nd-placed teams. Here's the starting lineup for Eurobasket, with Kramer, Mazanet, Appalding, Schwittenhelm, and Kuval will make the 5. Schwittenhelm and Mazanet in particular, they're the guys you know what you're going to get from the other 3. It's the 4th and 5th guy in that starting lineup that needs to be productive for Coach Juricic. Juricic has done a really great job with this team. The Bundesliga is such a tough league. A lot of games, fixtures come fast and furious, and the league has really gone up in standing in so many ways. Starting lineup for PAOK: Cornelis, Margaradis, Sieber, Penez, and Clanton. And that's a trademark for Coach Markopoulos. Don't be surprised that Thaddeus McFadden is not in the starting lineup, but when he hits the floor, watch out. So Ventspils and Neptunus, the other game in this group, will be taking place at exactly the same time. If Ventspils get the win, that would cement their place in 4th place, but that's a tough ask to win on the road in Klaipeda. But whatever else happens, it'll be a tense and crucial battle next week when Ventspils will entertain PAOK in the last game of the regular season. A traditional anthem for PAOK being played over the speakers in the facility. We expect this normally to be sung by the thousands in the arena. It's a relatively sparse crowd that greets both teams as they take to the floor. So wherever you are in the world, here watching both teams take to the floor in the PAOK Sports Arena. PAOK in the white uniform, PAOK-Oldenburg in the blue. Basketball Champions League action. Game day 13 in Group C. And we are on the verge of tip and getting underway. For both teams, a crucial matchup for qualification and classification. And Oldenburg will get the first look at the offensive end of the floor. Ricky Paulding outside. Kuval gets a look, but doesn't get a touch. Kramer out top. Comes off the high screen, looks to attack it, nowhere to go. Has to move it on. The long three is no good at all for Schwithel. And PAOK. With Konialis. Nice pack cut, reverse layup is no good. Ball's kept alive. Konialis will back it out with a new full team. Clanton has a touch on the inside, looks to hand off. We've got a whistle on the play. Konialis, feet set for three. Got it! Cool, calm, collected, knocks down the three. Antonis Konialis. Schwithel will reverse the ball on the dribble. Ricky Paulding has it. Gets to the foul line. Big step for the finger roll for two. Ricky Paulding just opened down the middle. Nice touch. Interesting start as Oldenburg took it over to trail by one. Siba goes inside. Oh, Kramer just gets it and goes. Tough move. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Zanis Pines. Pines will inbound. Konialis out top, takes the ball screen, pops it to Clanton, looks to attack it on the dribble, goes to the left side, has it knocked away. Gonna have to fire up the prayer. Don't think they get it away. Shot clock violation. Kramer out top, comes off the ball screen, looks to attack, gets in the lane, step through. Great defensive play by Jordan Siba. Just stayed there, did not allow Kramer's free foot to step through. Just defended the pivot. Watch this, there's the free foot. Siba gets going and takes the first fake, but he's so quick coming back down. Really contested it. Konialis. Hesitation, drops it inside to Clanton, who blows it, stays with it for two though. And Konialis in particular for PAOK has started really, really well. Kramer just prevents the backcourt, feet set, fires the three, is short, defensive rebound. See what comes down and pushes. PAOK not known for the run. Magalalis will go inside. Clanton gets another touch. They're going to go to work down low. Spins baseline. Got to go up. Tough move. Keith Clanton got deep, got strong. Just kisses it off the glass for two. 9-4 start for PAOK. Timeout. On the floor. Uwe Basket need to talk it over as Keith Clanton just goes to work. Great footwork. Held the pivot foot. So easy to travel in that situation.
Break the thing. Okay, defense is great. Only help side who need more focus.
Do something for Greece, you know. Hey, next on the flex. So famous flex leader. Okay, hey, after this good. Good, you know. Oh, don't finish, okay. Watch me, hey. Let's go, inside. Hey, go.
So Oldenburg having taken the timeout. Hasn't been a typical start for Oldenburg. They normally do a great job at breaking you down in the half court. Always looking for percentages. Shahan moves it on. Holden got a whistle. There's offensive foul call. Frank Massenet came off the screen, but I think it was the screener that moved on the pick, so offensive foul. There's the moving screen by Sverhel. Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a three is long. Defensive rebound is hauled in by Cuval. Cuval hasn't got a touch inside the keyway yet. He's going to pick here. Now he's going to roll. Once it doesn't get a look. Keeps it alive on the glass though. Ricky Paulding picks it up. He's fouled on the loose ball. So important for Uwe Basket to get Cuval touches. He needs touches. He's been so efficient when he gets touches in good areas of the floor. At the moment, hasn't had a look at the basketball in the half court. Paulding comes off the down screen. Massenet swings the baseline. Long two is short. And Magalhaes comes down with defensive rebound. Great outburst. So he's going to travel. I'm not sure about that. Looked like he caught it in the air, but the referee's a lot closer than I am. Let's take a look. Oh, I can see why it was called. Flamer. Paulding comes high. Will get the ball screen. Cuval, Sverhelm picks and pops. Cuval gets his first touch inside. Big step through. Blocked. Gonzalez, the guard, just, as we said, Gonzalez has really come to play. He steps in from the help side. He gets a piece. Watch this. Steps in, helps. Well, in slow-mo, it looks all over a foul, but the Irish really competing. Gonzalez on the floor is fouled by Massenet. And Gonzalez is running this at the moment. Massenet's going to sit. That's his second personal. Clanton out top, needs a pass. Quick release, and we got a foul on the play. He's going to be charged with a personal. PAOK are sharp in the half court at the moment. Seberg got back quickly, got contact on the way up. And Sverhelm picks up his second foul. Seberg shooting just over 83% from the free throw line. And PAOK have the 10-4 advantage and have come out sharp. It's their half-court execution, which is to an extent trademark. That's the big thing in particular PAOK and most of the Greek league is known for. Their execution in the half court is out of the top draw, but they are sharp in the half court. Seberg goes 2 for 3 from the line. And PAOK open out an 11-4 advantage in a must-win game for the Greek club. Paulding. A lot of dribble. Steps back for the tough three, buries it. Ricky Paulding comes alive. It's not the norm now for a player to be with a club in this set of circumstances. 10 years Ricky Paulding has been in Oldenburg. Foul away from the ball. Dominic Lockhart picks up the personal, and coach Markopoulos orchestrating. Oldenburg already in the bonus. Konialis will go to the free throw line. Konialis has yet to miss a free throw. I think we're looking at the Ricky Paulding three. Is it a three? Is it a two? It's not the best angle from that position. So they've knocked it down to a two, so he must have towed the line. I think this is the absolute right way to go. At 1 point, it's such a crucial relevance to get this right, and get it right now. Don't get it right later, get it right at the time. Everyone knows exactly where they are. Even that's not a great look, because Ricky Paulding's left foot. Now this might be a better look. Well, from that angle, it looks like he toes the line. But I think that's the way they like. Yeah, it looks to me like he's towing the line. Not conclusive. But they're calling it three. Konialis, who, as I say, has yet to miss a free throw in the Basketball Champions League, and you can see why. No fuss. Gets his head up, shoots the ball. And there's his first miss. Almost guaranteed that the commentator would call it once he said he's not missed, he's bound to miss. Kramer has it. We'll get the ball screen from Duval, who turns that down. Now he goes back to it. Duval on a pick and go, goes to the floater for two. Great little release by Brian Duval. That's just drilled and drilled. Konialis in the half court. We'll move it on. Piners goes down low. Margardis with a pass to the inside. Piners lets it down to Clanton. He's blocked. Schwellhelm gets it, but Clanton just stays with the play. You can't say enough good things about Keith Clanton at the moment. Just going to work. Really stayed with the play. We've got a whistle on the play as Margardis picks up the first foul. 14-9 for PAOK. It's been a nice start by the Greek club. Substitutions coming in. Ricky Paulding outside, has a lot of action. Lockhart goes to the block. Kramer, three on the possession, it's going to go up. Ricky Paulding, turnaround jump shot is no good. Defensive rebounds Paulding. Konialis has a chance to push for PAOK. Gets it into the half court, doesn't like the numbers. Looks to go pick and roll. Clanton will come back. Turns it down, great pass. Oh, they were wide open. Siba had a layup, turned it down, gets to the inside, throws up a prayer, and was never under control the moment he made the wrong call. Konialis takes one for the team mid-court. Gonna love the half-court execution. Clanton, this is a great example of stay with the play. Misses the first one, gets after it, and just has the composure and traffic to finish the play. Okabasak checks in. Nenad Milhanovic also in, and here comes the points machine. Otherwise known as Thaddeus McFadden. 24 points per game across 2 Champions League games. He's just exploded. Clanton can't be found. Kuval gets back. McFadden also had 16 against Panathinaikos. Well, straight into the action. Games in the Basketball Champions League, games against the giant of Panathinaikos, and he just delivers in every game. Extra pass was crying out to be made. Go inside. Little floater is no good for Milhanovic. Got a whistle on the play. Sikopoulos also in the game for PAOK, picks up his first personal. Coach Jersic looks a little bit confused by the conversation. Paulding gets it on a post up, wraps the pass to Kuval, fakes and fakes again, he's blocked. Chance here to run, numbers down the floor for PAOK. McFadden goes inside to Clanton, great cut, great hands by Kuval, chance of Paulding the other way. Oldenburg much more suited to a more open, up-tempo game. Lockhart moves it on. Kramer needs it, now gets it. Goes with a tough runner, gets the drop. Chris Kramer took it to the middle, got the floater. And Oldenburg close within 3. 1:50 Stover to go, no whistle. Holding foul, and that'll mean shots for Lenos Christolopoulos. Christolopoulos will go to the free throw line. Just under 61% on the Basketball Champions League. PAOK definitely being the more aggressive of the 2 teams at the moment. This will be the 6th free throw for PAOK. No trips to the free throw line for Oldenburg. And Coach Markopoulos can't hide the frustration. Jordan Seibert sits down. Little 3/4 court pressure from PAOK. Lockhart will keep Kramer, and the 3 is good. Feet set, never in doubt. As Dirk Nadlic just strokes it, the veteran. All over McFadden. Why wouldn't you be? Clanton wants it in the post, gets a look. Adric plays good defense, no one rotates and helps him. Easy 2. Milhanovic gets his first 2. Paulding out top. Fires it up. It is long. Defensive rebound. Milhanovic will take the foul, go to the free throw line. Paulding picks up the personal. No rotation at all defensively. Clanton's going to sit. Nice start for Cleve Clanton. 8 points. Already has. Chipped in on the rebound front as well. 4 from 6 from the field. 2 rebounds, 1 assist. And Keith Clanton picking up where he's left off. Margaritas checks in. And the second of the free throws is good. Madrid will hand it back to Claimer. Comes off the screen. Two-man game with Madrid for three. Back-to-back threes. The veteran strokes it. There's nothing wrong with the arm. Dirk Madlitz goes 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. The 2'12" center just extends the floor and strokes it. Oh, great help from Lockhart. Comes from the weak side, gets the block, and Oldenburg will have pretty much just over 10 there in the half court to get a shot they want. And after trailing by plenty early, got a chance to lead it going into the quarter. Turnover. Plenty of time to get this away. Throws down the two. Pinas and PAOK will have the lead. 19-17 at the end of one. Pinas wants to foul as well. Make your point, but don't go over the top. Sit down, it's the end of the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, PAOK have a 19-17 advantage over UE Basket from Oldenburg, Germany. Well, here are the stats on PAOK, 50%, 50%. They've only taken 2 threes. Oldenburg taking the 3 threes. The rebound numbers, in fact, the whole numbers will favor PAOK marginally at the end of the first quarter. The big story for them is that only 3 turnovers. When they lost in Germany, they turned the ball over 23 times. Only 8 of those were steals by Oldenburg. It was just an incredibly sloppy performance by the Greek club. So out of character as Oldenburg went on to get the 67-62 win. Keith Clanton's been impressive in that first half. Clanton has 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Really was a factor. Here we go, start of the second quarter. And PAOK, after scoring the last 2, will also get the first look at the offensive end. Dallas McFadden. Surprisingly, no shots attempted in his 2:20 at the end of the first. I'm sure that will not be the same for a while. Mihanovic out top, we'll move it on. Finers behind the back. McFadden has it. Steps back, quick release. Well, you're going to struggle to get a hand on that one. Comes up long on the 3. Kramer in the half court. A whistle. As Nenad Mihanovic just got his angle wrong coming over the screen. You gave him an angle for the pick. Kramer used it really, really well. You will move it on. Matlic steps in, goes with a hook, doesn't get the drop, gets his own rebound, got a holding foul. Matlic is going to be charged with a personal. Just a mass of bodies, didn't we see a lot? But Margaritas appeared to be held. That's what the officials saw. All over McFadden. It's just literally face guarding him. Do not want Dallas McFadden to get going. Don't even want to get the ball. Has it now. Steps in the lane, kicks it. Attacks the closeout, goes off the glass with a little prayer. They keep it alive, it's got to go up. Well, they get a new full team. Open for three, it's good. Well, you get repaid for hard work. And PAOK-Oldenburg gets the three. All about the effort on the glass, though. 22-17. Oldenburg just not really in their normal rhythm. Their offense is just not flowing as per normal. They get the 1-2, 1-2-1-1 trap on the floor, trying to increase the tempo. This goes inside out. Listen, the top of the key again is short with a three. Defensive rebound is hauled in by Maxime Desiu. Kramer, Desiu will move it on. Milhavic will take the high screen. Madric will dive. Milhavic for three. Good. Great execution in transition. That's just excellent execution by Oldenburg. They came down, explored their options, reversed it. And Madric sets a good screen. They get the three. And PAOK take the timeout. Let's hope we can get and listen into these huddles, because this is a really meaningful game. Both teams looking for high places in terms of classification. PAOK need the win to try and give themselves the best chance to make the playoffs. Even if they still finish fifth, only 4 of the fifth place teams will progress, and PAOK will definitely want to be one of those.
Okay. Okay.
Keep an eye for kids, eh?
If you play man to man, you have to play thumb down. Okay.
Defense against Kylo. Hey, do I go under?
Oh no, under from this guy. Very good step. Okay. Okay. Go.
Go in the zone.
Well, in terms of those fifth place teams at the moment, if it stopped today, PAOK would progress as one of the best 4 fifth place teams. They're a game ahead of Ostend. But there's still another round of games after this. If they win tonight, they're pretty much assured of being at least fifth and one of the best fifth place teams. It's a big game for PAOK. Oldenburg trying to get to second spot, also want to get the win. Nice pass. Great execution in the half court, but Desiu was equal to it. Came across from the bottom of the eye, the help side. He's late, but he's going to get there. Here he comes. Clean on the ball, and comes off of PAOK. Tied at 22. Oldenburg have really done well to work their way back into this penetration. Now they need a pass. No, they don't. Milhavic steps back for 2, is no good. Defensive rebound belongs to PAOK. He brings it at speed. Milhavic looks inside. Clanton back in the game, wants a touch, doesn't get one. He might get one now. Now he does. Double team comes, triple team comes, got a foul on the play. Great read. Greek basketball IQ translates into Latvian. Pena's down the lane as the double team came. He cut hard. His player had turned his head. No one seeing the cut. And the foul by Lockhart. Nice move. PAOK just gets himself balanced, kisses the glass. And it's PAOK back in front. 5 personal for PAOK. Kramer wraps it. Milhavic gets in the lane, goes with the left hand, gets the roll. Boy, in the same way that McFadden is instant offense for PAOK, it's exactly what Milhavic is. The layup is not complete. And Miljevic moves it on. Zhu gets the pass away, and Kramer just does not stop moving. Great pass, great catch, great finish. Just over 6 to go in the second, and Oldenburg have the 2-point lead. This looks like he's going to go all the way down, but it comes off the foot of McFadden. Lockhart goes up, gets blocked from behind, misses the dunk. McFadden going the other way, stops, goes inside with a pass. Oh, great second step. They're going to call a travel, I think, though. Mihanovic, I don't think he dragged. I think he dragged the pivot first, as opposed to pick it up. Oh, there's the mishandle. Lockhart goes up, blocked, clean as you like from behind. Christopoulos just gets him right there. Great hustle. Miljevic. Madlic, who's really having an active first half. Nowhere to go, turns it over. So 5:30 to go in the first half. And Oldenburg, after trailing by 7-8 points early, lead it by 2. And Konialis restored to the lineup. McFadden. And you've got to credit the defense. You've got to credit Coach Drajosic, the way he has prepared for McFadden. Denied all over the court, not giving any chance to get any rhythm. Still pointless, McFadden, after over 7 minutes of basketball. Just needs to refocus. Harwich wraps it. Harwich can't hold it. Chance to run here. Numbers down the floor for PAOK. Oh, slipped on the... I think it looked like he slipped on the advertising. The vinyl on the floor. Great, great finish by Zhu. Konialis, straight turnover, just throws it straight to Kramer. 2-on-1 break. Oh, blocked by Clanton. Great work by Kramer. Clanton's alive to it again. And she has every right to look at everybody else and say, where were you? Mihalovic going baseline. Goes that Clanton. Gets in the lane. Tough finish. Timeout. Zhu responsible for some real injection of energy. Oldenburg have the 30-24 lead, 4:20 to go in the half, and they have completely turned this game on its head after struggling early. Zhu goes up, completes the play on the end of the break. Miljevic going up again. Konialis and Clanton just work. Clanton gets back in the play and comes up with it, but quite rightly should be looking around at the rest of his team saying, where were you guys? 15-11 advantage on the boards for PAOK.
You. Okay. After the pass, cut and go to the other side. After the pass to 5, this guy cut and go to the other side. Pick to the other side. Okay, if you have anything, you are ready to play side, pick it up from the other side. Okay? Okay.
Kramer is guarding me. Sorry? After second pass, he goes
Right, you can see I was just about to say 11-2 run for Oldenburg. And where in the earlier parts of the game it was PAOK shooting 50% from both the 3-point and 2-point range. Oldenburg are now up to 50%. They've been on a really, really efficient spell. And the traveling fans from Oldenburg enjoying what they're seeing in this second period. Lucas in the game. Well, it's another turnover Chance to run, Pauling gives it up. 3-on-3 at the moment, end of the break. The three is open, is long. The yellow t-shirts behind the bench are up. Slokas into the half court. Got to get packed back into this half court. Sharp game, got to execute. Clanton has to come a long way off the block, but attacks it, spins to the middle, is going to step through. Chance for Oldenburg to build on this lead. Let's have a look. Steps to the middle. Oh, yeah. Takes an extra step in getting square. Kramer. Matlich. We're going to wipe it off. End line ball. Clanton's going to be charged with the personal. Kramer's like that famous battery advert where the last toy going. Kramer just never stops. He's always going. Matlich for three. 3 threes. Rolling back the gears, Dirk Matlich. He's 33 now. He's made 3 threes. Kicks it. He knows to answer with 3, which he does. They really, really needed that PAOK. They're not the greatest team at chasing a game. Venus goes on the 5 personal. We've got a whistle on the play. Lucas is charged with the personal, I think. Or is it Margaladis? McFadden checks back in. Pauling has it in the post. Kicks it. Zhu on the 3-point line is no good. McFadden will hunt the ball down. Deep in the corner. Shiba can't get it to drop. That's now back in the game after being protected in the foul trouble. Matlich, who's had such an influential first half. That stops, fires up the 3, is long. It's a great box out. It's a tremendous box out. Got a whistle on the play. On the box out, Margaritis just didn't even worry about rebounding it. He just prevented his player getting to the glass. Both teams have fouls to give. Both on 3 team fouls. Huval back into the game. Crowd aren't liking that. Huval just stands there. Clanton peels himself off the floor. No quarter asked, no quarter given. Let's take a look. Clanton trying to go up. Huval lands on it. Obviously a foul. Pick yourself up. Let's not get too carried away. Keith Clanton with a chance to get into double figures for the game. Makes the first. Clanton shooting under 50%. He's a better free throw shooter than that, just as he's just shown. 1 for 2. 5 points advantage, under 2 to go in the first half. Three is no good. Huval's on the glass, blocked by Clanton. Huval just stays with it though. Great effort by Brian Huval. Kramer takes the ball screen. Knocked away. McFadden slips on the advertising again. And PAOK come away with it, and Clanton, who's just been everywhere in this first period. Upon Soklas brings it out. 10 on the possession. Trying to leave him isolated at the moment. Clanton goes back. Oh, great play by Kuval to get a piece. The ball will still belong to PAOK. Only 3.2 seconds, just not enough put on the pass by Soklas. Great effort by Clanton to stay in bounds. And there's the block by Clanton off the Kuval putback. Welcome to the game, Dennis McFadden. Quick release, catches, knocks it down. Timeout by Oldenburg. 3-point game. As we approach the half, there's McFadden coming off the screen. Gets his feet set quickly, turns in the air. It's all about touch, all about what he's looking at. Oh, Madric with 9 points, Milojevic with 9, Kramer with 6. Madric says the surprise, if you want, 3 from 5 from the 3-point line. He really has struck the ball beautifully. In fact, he's hasn't missed the 3. Oldenburg in the game for Oldenburg. Kramer looks like he's going to go the whole half. Pauling will move it on. Kuval thinks, but not for too long. Kramer, great execution. They had Kuval wide open. Foul called on the penetration. You'd have thought that'd have been a catch and just throw it in a Kuval to score, but Pauling had other ideas. Kuval comes back to the right hand, gets the finish. Last 30 seconds of what's been a fascinating first half. PAOK started the much stronger, but Oldenburg are the team that have the 5-point lead. Here's McFadden. Stops, fires up the 3, way short. Great defense by Kramer. I don't think McFadden is used to someone of Kramer's activity. Great work on the glass by Kuval. He gets the 2. McFadden goes the other way. 10 seconds left in the half. They're going to try and spread this. McFadden looks like he wants it. He attacks it, gets up. It's great defense by Kramer. If you want an exhibition of how to guard somebody, just watch Chris Kramer. He has done a great job on Dennis McFadden. That's part of the reason at the half. The away baskets from Oldenburg have a 37-30 advantage over PAOK Thessaloniki. And PAOK need to win this. Where baskets want to win it to get an automatic to the second round berth. But that's been a great half of Basketball Champions League. There are the statistics, and Oldenburg have just lit it up as that period developed. 50% from 2-point range, 38 from the 3. No trips to the free throw line. That tells you all sorts of things. PAOK just have the advantage on the rebounds. The assists still low, but they've evened themselves out. The worrying stat is that PAOK, having only turned the ball over 3 times in that first quarter, turned it over 6 times in that second period. 9 turnovers. Don't forget, in the loss earlier in the year, they had 23 turnovers. Clanton has 9. McFadden's been very, well, striking. He's been a real factor as he comes into the game. Still to get going really offensively. So Madlic with 3 from beyond the arc leads the scorers for Oldenburg. Going to get a look at this first half in a moment. PAOK with a 19-11 dip in that second period. They cannot have that because the way basket are going to be consistent. If nothing else, they're going to be consistent. A 20-point quarter for Oldenburg. It's not off the scale, but 11 points is just not getting it done for PAOK. So these highlights are going to show you how PAOK built the early lead, and then Oldenburg just worked their way back in. So ultimately lead it 37-30 at the half on the road here in Greece. But we'll leave you with these highlights, and we will see you shortly for the second half.
Πάμε Βαγγέλη. Δέκα ευρώ ο Βαγγέλης. 10 ευρώ στο εθνικό μας βίο από τις Bullish Chemicals, τη μεγαλύτερη ελληνική παραγωγική επιχείρηση στον τομέα των χημικών για την προστασία και την περιποίηση του αυτοκινήτου. Μοιράζαμε και όλα τα πλούσια τώρα από την εταιρεία PAOK-Oldenburg, τα Βάζα Δεκά, τα βιωτικά Ψεωτέκο, Ματώνα Εξπρές, Αθανάσιος Θεολογίδης, δίκτυο ελληνικής πυρουλίνας, Μάμις Πεπερή, Εγνατία Πανασωτέ και τις γιατρούς καθαριότητας. Σε κάθε τόσο ένα παιχνίδι του ΠΑΟΚ. Επισκεφτείτε την μπουτίκ ΠΑΟΚ στην κεντρική είσοδο VIP, ΠΑΟΚ Store. Επικαιρική φανέλα 90 χρόνων, η επίσημη σημαντή της ομάδος. Το βιβλίο της ΠΑΟΚ για τα 90 χρόνια της ιστορίας της ομάδος. Είδη ματισμού και αξεσουάρ, ΠΑΟΚ Store, κεντρική είσοδος VIP.
Αντιψυκτικά, βελτιωτικά, υποβοηθητικά υδραυλοκίνησης, καθαριστικά, σπρέι, γυαλιστικά προστατευτικά κεριά, AdBlue. Επισκεφτείτε με ένα όνομα, Βούλης.
στο Mediterranean Cosmos. Ριχνουράκια στην πλατεία, στο νέο ζωή Καράβανο. Εδώ απολαμβάνουμε τις γεύσεις της ελληνικής θάλασσας σε ένα περιβάλλον ξεχωριστό για μοναδικά γευστικά ταξίδια. Καράβανο, πρωί και βράδυ, στην πλατεία, στο Mediterranean Cosmos.
Well, welcome back, everybody, inside the PAOK Sports Arena in Thessaloniki, Greece. It's cold outside. At the start of the game, the person just in shot, Antonios Konialis, was very hot. But when he sat down and Chris Kramer got going in terms of just controlling things for Oldenburg. Oldenburg got back in the game and then ultimately led by 7 at the half. And they really did do an excellent job at the defensive end, keeping PAOK to 11 in that second quarter. One of the main reasons for that was the way that Chris Kramer in particular just did a really marvelous defensive job on Thaddeus McFadden. McFadden averaging 24 points a game in his 2 appearances in the Basketball Champions League. He went 1 for 4 in that in his 11 minutes of basketball in that first half, and credit for that to the defensive, well, one, the scout, because obviously the work that Coach Jursic had done in preparing to guard McFadden was one of it, but then the actual application and execution defensively by Chris Kramer, as I say, in particular, was out of the top drawer. Oldenburg, with the win, will stay in contention to come second in this group and potentially get an automatic slot in the second round of the playoffs. So a win here is important for them. At the moment, PAOK would be one of the best placed 5th teams and would go through to the first round of the playoffs. A loss here, and then they have the head-to-head, the one real massive head-to-head game against Ven Spils next week in the last game of the regular season in Group C. That would set that up for a winner-take-all, because the winner of that could potentially finish 4th and guarantee progression to the playoffs. The team finishing 5th will have to compare themselves to the rest of the 5th place finishing teams. As I say, as things stand at the moment, PAOK would be one of the best 4th, 5th place teams, but there's still the result of tonight and next week before that will become a fact. Andreas Griniadakis will start the 3rd period for PAOK, having not played at all in that first half. The big veteran, 2'16", has been at the top table of European basketball in his career. And Griniadakis trying to hold up the middle for PAOK. Slokas will also start alongside McFadden in the backcourt. Kramer will get us underway at the start of the 3rd period here in the PAOK Sports Arena. And Oldenburg with the 7-point advantage. Ricky Paulding has it. And we'll look to attack it off the screen. Paulding, feet set for 3, is off. Sverhelm's on the glass, can't get it. Defensive rebound by Margaradis. And Slokas will advance the basketball. Slokas in the half court, takes the ball screen. Almost stolen. And Diakis going to work inside, outside. Margaradis for 3 is long. And the foul called on Glendidiakis. And Diakis is going to talk about the treatment he got when he had the basketball, but if you put your palms of your hands on the opponent, the referee's got an easy job to call that. Obviously not a basketball action. Masnate will get it into the half court. Paulding off the screen. They'll go block to block on the screen. Kuval gets it, goes deep. Goes with the left hand. Glendiakis gets a piece of it. So defense is the master for the first minute. No one ticks the scoreboard over. Slokas will hand it off to McFadden. They've really got to get McFadden going. Try and get him into spaces. And Kuval is going to be charged with a blocking foul. Well, he's definitely made an announcement. 2 games in the Basketball Champions League. 24 points a game, had 16 points in the Greek A1 clash against Panathinaikos at the weekend. PAOK only losing by 4. Lukas, turnover. And turnovers becoming an issue for PAOK. 23 turnovers in Germany cost them the game. And at the moment, they're slipping into those. As Wilhelm nails the 3. So the turnover costs them dear. As Oldenburg open it out to a double-digit lead. Lukas on the floor will reverse it. Margaritis will move it on to Siebert, who stops and pops for 3, is long. Defensive rebound is Kramer, who just accumulates stats. Wraps the pass, Wilhelm for 3 is off. Great work on the glass. Kuval will get a new full team. Ricky Paulding looks down low. Inside, outside, extra pass, almost stolen. Margaritis was quick in the lane. Give and go from the out of bounds. Great work again on the glass. Helm. Paulding off the glass for nothing. He misses the layup. We've got a foul in the rebound. And Kuval's going to be called for over the back. And that's 2 quick fouls, Brian Kuval. He's going to have to sit. Interested to see if they got vet on the inside. Whistle on the play as Sabek is charged with the Kramer's charged with the personals. He makes contacts trying to get it coming across and help. There's the blocking foul. Jordan Siebert on the free throw line. Nearly 84% across the Basketball Champions League from the free throw line. Goes 2 for 2, cuts it to an 8-point lead. Massenat into the half court, gets a horn set. Madlik picks and pops, lines up the 3. Make that 4 in a row. He took a blow to the face after, he's going to pick himself up. And Diakis wants a touch. There's a foul on the play. Dirk Madlich has stroking it from the 3-point line. This is his 4th 3-point attempt, and it's his 4th 3-point make. And Diakis gets a little piece of him on the way down. Second foul for Madlich. Madlich is 33 now. Here's McFadden, just trying to find some separation space. Steps back, great rotation. And in the attempt to get it back to McFadden, another turnover for PAOK. Gets them up to 11 turnovers on the game. Massenat outside, guarded by Slokas. Offering him the lane, takes it, gets inside, nice pass. Wilhelm gets the 2, all about the penetration. Defensive breakdown for PAOK, a 13-point advantage. They cannot let this lead develop. McFadden still trying to find space, chased everywhere by Kramer. McFadden for 2 is long. They're just making him work, making him get off balance. Kramer attacks it, wide open for Ricky Paulding. Count it! Crowd, the traveling fans enjoying every single second of that. And Kramer just gets it and says, stop me. No one does. He lays it on a plate for Ricky Paulding, who just buries it from the 3-point line. Timeout for PAOK. They trail by 16. And Margaritis with the foul. This has been a tremendous second and third quarter by Oldenburg. They trailed 19-17 at the end of 1. It's 26-13 since. They are in control. The tempo on the floor is just out of the top. Joining Chris Kramer, it's just relentless. PAOK just have to regroup here. Different rotations haven't really given them the answer. World Class is really got to start to assert himself at the point. And if you're gonna then go with Gleniadakis, he's got to be productive. He's got to see the ball. Because Keith Clanton was so productive in that first half. Clanton had 9 points, 3 boards, an assist. He really was being productive. Gleniadakis on his minutes so far, a couple of rebounds, and that's about it. Hasn't had a touch. Pauling going baseline. Tough finish. Turned his shoulders to the backboard. No way to block that. It's an 18-point lead, and it's an 18-point lead that's just happened so quickly. McFadden puts it on the floor. Madrid tries to get a piece. Gets the 2. Sigh of relief, collective sigh of relief around the gym as McFadden ticks it over. 4th point for Thaddeus McFadden. Ricky Paulding outside, moves it on. Madlich. Kramer challenges the defense, gets it faked by Madlich, who goes with the left hand. Now one. Oh, Doug Madlich rolled back the years. Just going to work. Oh, Madlich, his 17th year as a professional. Apart from a season in Strasbourg in France, has spent pretty much his whole career in the Bundesliga. And a whistle on the play, and when it rains, it pours. PAOK are in a hole, and they've got to stop digging. It's the 11th turnover for PAOK. They trail by 19, halfway through the 3rd. Time isn't the issue. Paulding turnaround jump shot is no good. We got a whistle on the play. Margaritis is charged with a personal. I can see why. Watch this. There's a shot from Paulding. And he's on the wrong side. He hasn't boxed out. He's on the wrong side of Schwerhelm. Schwerhelm gets position. That's great. That's great work by the German. Substitution coming in. Pennis is coming in. Dennis Pinas is in for Margaritis. Paulding moves it on. Kramer. Oh, nice little bounce pass. Paulding in the lane for 2. Oldenburg in a really nice place at the moment, sharing the ball beautifully. 21 points they lead, and PAOK have just dried up. The only way to describe it. Someone's got to give them some energy right now. Clanton back in the game. Is he the man? Going against Madrid, going baseline, tries to get an angle, can't get it. Madrid's play just solid. Solid defense. Kramer just goes at you. Gets the 2. You don't stop me, I'm going to score. Chris Kramer ticks it over. It's a 15-4 start to this 3rd period. Finally, Siebert gets the 3 going. They've just got to score points now. They get the turnover, they get the ball back. Here's the play before. And Kramer just only knows one way to play. Sabat for three. Sabat feeling it, no good though. Paulding comes down with a rebound. And finally, Antonius Konialis comes back in. It's probably the most effective lineup that PAOK have in the game now. They've got to dig in, try and win these last 3:40 of the third. Give them some momentum going into the fourth. Strahelm will back it out. Ball's knocked away. Throws up a prayer, not answered. Chance here, Sabat brings it, has numbers down the floor. Konialis attacks it. Pinner's in the corner for three, is no good. Clanton's on the glass though, great work on the boards. Konialis, got to go up sometime. McFadden. Oh, it's a great scramble. And we started with a missed three from Painers in the corner, and we end with a missed three from Painers in the corner. 20-point advantage for Oldenburg, 3 to go in the third. And Massenaer has it at the point. Madlich, one of the stories of the game. Great defense by Konialis. Just got enough size about him. 190 Konialis going up against the 196 Ricky Paulding. Try and get it to 15 if you're a PAOK fan. That's what you'd want to see, some momentum going into the third. Madlich outside, thinks about yet another three. Kramer in the post, going to work, step back. Doesn't get the long two to drop. Konialis has it. Beners, great break. Sherbert should get the two, he does. Transition basketball for PAOK, they get a quick two, close it to 18, 2:39 to go in the third. And Oldenburg take timeout. Oh, here's that last play. Not enough of that. Could do more, could do better, whatever the phrase is. It's the first time in a long time that they attacked it in transition. They get a great break. They have the potential, PAOK, to get back in this. That's not the doubt. The doubt is, will they actually commit? More than anything else in transition, they have got to stop Basket Oldenburg running. Well, it's a tough, close game. The local derby in Lithuania at the moment. Neptunus have a 2-point advantage over Ventspils. Has such a bearing on the final outcome of this group. Keep you abreast of that. If you want any one of the regular season Basketball Champions League games, check out livebasketball.tv. You can watch the games live and on demand. If you've missed your team playing, subscribe, get on the website. You can watch it when you like. And as it builds up to the playoffs, there are so many games that have so much meaning. Livebasketball.tv, check out the games. Here's Ricky Paulding. Switching on the defense now from PAOK. Mahavich goes inside, he's fouled on the way to the hoop. And again, defensively, giving up the middle. Clanton picks up foul number 2. Vladimir Mihailovic on the free throw line. 2:20 to go in the third. It's all about stops and scores. But you've got to get stops. Scores will not help you on their own. Antonius Konialis gets it into the half court. It's a long way back for PAOK. Plenty of scoring power on the floor. McFadden gets it into Clanton. Nice first step. He's fouled. And I don't think he enjoyed that at all. I think he's going to I think he caught himself on the way down. Kramer was quick to acknowledge the foul and quick to be concerned about Keith Clanton. Tripped, slipped. Doesn't look too good. Hopefully he'll be fine. That's the one that Kramer's worried about. He felt Clanton tread on his foot. That can sometimes result in ankle ligament damage, but all seems well as Clanton's on the free throw line. As we said before, he's under 50% across the Basketball Champions League. Makes the first and did the same thing. His first shot last time does not look like a 50% free throw shooter. His second shot did. He goes 1 for 2 again. Turnover. PAOK have a chance here to eat into the 18-point lead. Here's McFadden. Attacks it, goes quick, off the glass, blows it. Great work on the glass. Clanton just went after it. Just went after it hard. It's great respect from the opponent. McFadden's just got to make this. Gets to the ring. Clanton just wants it more than anybody else on the floor. 1:48, 12 seconds on the possession. Konialis has it on the baseline. McFadden doesn't get a look. Oh, they missed wide open. They missed showed it wide open. Kept alive by Konialis. Piners. It's the ball screen from Clanton. Pinner stops and pops the 2. Doesn't get the drop. And Kramer is... Hervich comes down with the rebound. Kramer, turnover, Konialis. Chance to run here. McFadden just about saves it. Piner's in the corner, is long again. He's had 3 wide open looks from almost the same spot. Great work by Jordan Seiler. Trying to get his team back in this. McFadden, well, a man that has scored 24 points a game, you have to credit Oldenburg's defense. They have just taken him out of any semblance of rhythm. Ricky Paulding out top, moves it on. Ziu is off for 3. McFadden has it. He's just got to find a way to get himself going. McFadden going baseline, gets to the ring, and one. But you can see his quickness is his biggest asset. Just blew past Ziu. He's gone. And Ziu had nowhere to go, then fouls him. That's quick. Ziu picks up foul number 2. Christopoulos checks in. McFadden trying to spark a revival here. Make it a 15-point game with 26.5. Important now for PAOK. They get a stop. They've got some momentum. They really have to. They've no fouls to give. They've just got to get down, play defense. A steal's a bonus. And force Oldenburg to take a bad shot. Mihalovic feels the double team, steps through it. Could be a turnover. An unsportsmanlike foul. Big call by the official. I think absolutely correct as well. Mihalovic, if he grabs him there, it has to be unsportsmanlike. Big, big possession here for PAOK. Mihalovic has committed an unsportsmanlike foul. Mihalovic on the free throw line, needs both. Makes the first. Just to make it a 13-point game. They will have the final possession of the 3rd period. It could go in 10 down. And when you were looking at an 18, 20-point margin only a couple of minutes ago, PAOK would have bitten your hand off for a 10 or 11-point deficit. They are right back in this now. McFadden will inbound, Just under 21 seconds to go. There's the ball loose. And you can see the hold. Obviously, it's got to be called unsportsmanlike. Needs a pass. He's going to travel. Pass the ball is the shout from the crowd. He got stopped. Great defense again by Uwe Basket. There, pass it now. Give Clanton the ball. Give someone else the basketball. Got plenty of time. No turnover, trying to force it. The difference between the two clubs at the moment is that Oldenburg just share it so much better. Kramer, they get it over to Massenet, he's off for the three. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. Not a lot of joy in the crowd for the officials at the moment. But at the end of three, Basket Oldenburg have a 58-45 advantage over PAOK. PAOK dragging themselves back into contention. There it is, 45-58 at the end of three. Look at the stats, and 18 trips to the free throw line for PAOK, only 3 for Oldenburg, but PAOK have gone 11 from 18. It's not what you want from the free throw line in a game of this magnitude. 13-10 on the turnover front. And PAOK, if you're coming back from as big a margin as they are, you have got to be almost perfect. Well, here we go then, start of the fourth. Crucial for PAOK to get the win. Crucial for Oldenburg to get the win. It's Oldenburg who have the 13-point advantage, but for the first time in a very long time since the first period, PAOK have almost found an answer, almost found the rhythm and the momentum they need to get right back in this. Referees have to have stopped the game just to quite sure what the issue is. There was 9:57 on the game clock, but 5 seconds had come off the possession, which is actually physically impossible, but the clocks weren't synced. We're now back synced. Oldenburg on the sideline. Ricky Paulding. Val will pick and pop. Puts it on the floor. Great rotation. Coniatis has had a great game. Great feed. McFadden just lays it in there, and if there was a pass not to pick, it was the one that McFadden picked. Kramer just challenges you every time. Great work by Kuval. And McFadden should have gone himself, but definitely should have thrown it back to where the help was coming from. He's a little lost in the game. There you go, indecision. Give it up early or take it up strong now. McFadden picks up his first personal. Maxim Diziu. The momentum has to stay with PAOK here. They trailed 24, by 14 rather. They've trailed by 20. Zhu can't complete both. And Conialis. Just about scrapes the far side of the ring. Kramer. He's just got an incredible, he just keeps saying this, he's got an incredible engine. As Zhu goes up, he'll go to the free throw line, chance to increase the lead yet further. Well, it's a much more relaxed Oldenburg bench. They lead this by 15 on that one. Small but vocal band of traveling fans have made the trip. And Zhu makes both the three throws. Fallon on the handoff from Clanton. Stops, fires up the two, is fouled. And they're just trying to work him out. He's not going to get anything easy. Kramer fouls in this time. Two for two from the line. McFadden goes up to 8 personal. It's a 15-point game. 8:54 to go. There's time, especially with the firepower that PAOK have, but they've got to get stops. Just about getting into the half court. PAOK goes to Ricky Paulding, backs out a little, 7 on the possession, goes with the right hand, is fouled. It's gotta frustrate you. It's gotta frustrate you. Sikopoulos, second foul. Ricky Paulding back on the free throw line. It'll be 13 points personal for Ricky Paulding. This is a nice game. Shiba and McFadden have just really credit the scout, credit the defensive effort. Cass gets it off to McFadden. Step back for 3 is good. McFadden finds it. All of a sudden, inside and outside. Status McFadden starts to get going. Got a whistle on the play. 13-point game. Painter's in the game. Oh, the three-point shot is fouled. All the hard work, all the momentum building just disappears in a single moment. Massenau with a 3. Slokas is late with a hand up, follows through. And Massenau will go to the free throw line to make this a 17-point game, which he does. Got to go quick now. Slow cast comes off the high screen. Hansen doesn't get a look. Whistle. He's trying to work hard to get to the glass. Cuval looks like he's going to be charged with the personal. Hasn't been a great game for Cuval. So he's taken 5 shots, 7 rebounds. Miners makes the second, and Konialis will step back in. It's a long way back, but they do have the scoring potential to do it. As Lucas sits down, productive unit on the floor now for PAOK. Double team comes, and they're going to call that. And it looks like that was brilliant, perfect call by the official. He was in a great place as well. We've made the point across this Basketball Champions League. Put yourself in the right position and move and react, and you're gonna make life as a referee a lot easier. Well, Neptunius look like they have secured the win in Lithuania. In the last moments of that game, they lead 84-68. That's a 16-point advantage for Neptunius. They keep snapping at the heels of Asfel at the top of this group. McFadden steps back, he's short. Great work by Konialis, just underlines what a game he's had. Konialis has 6 points personal. It'll be his first rebound for the point guard. He's just been on it the whole game. Masnad steps back for 3, is long. Pinar's got to come up with that. Inside, outside, McFadden. Manars penetrates. Konialis, great scramble by Oldenburg. Konialis, he's short but gets his own rebound. The 3 is good. Chrisikopoulos knocks it down. We've got an 11-point game. The harder you work, the luckier you become. And that's just sheer hard work for PAOK. Chrisikopoulos lines it up, nails it. Game on, 11-point margin, timeout for UE Baskets. Well, both teams' shooting percentages started to fall off considerably. But that does not mean we do not have a great game on our hands. But PAOK are really hurting themselves here. 13 turnovers in those first 3 quarters haven't hurt them. They've given up.
Down 5. Okay, hey, both out. You ask for the ball beside the paint. Okay, okay. Hey, if you get past inside the paint.
McFadden has 11 on his after his introduction at the end of the first period. Crowd trying to lift and help PAOK. Kramer's back. Massenat inbounds. Kramer and Massenat in the backcourt. Oh, it's a great defensive series. Just when they needed it. A 24 violation. And PAOK now have the opportunity to get into the single digits. And Konialis again, there's so many parts of this game that Konialis has helped his team without them necessarily appearing on the stats. Well, the man of the game for me. Dirk Madlich comes back. Adric 4 from 4 from the three-point line. Konialis will advance the basketball. Big possession. So much time left in the game. Over 6 minutes. Konialis for a layup for 2. Konialis taking over. Single-digit game now. Kramer. Oldenburg get the ball in the right man's hands. Massenet goes baseline. He's fouled on the floor, I think. Koniaris gave up the baseline. I don't know if that's... There's the foul. Yeah, maybe that's in the action to the ring, so we could be shooting 2 here. Well, we will be shooting 2 because PAOK are in the penalty. Massenet is an 80% free throw shooter. No smiles now. Or less smiles now on the Oldenburg bench. As life gets a bit serious with 5:45 to go in the fourth. Massenet makes the second. Konialis. Inside, outside, McFadden for 3. Got it! 7-point game. PAOK on the way back. 5:30 to go in the fourth. McFadden coming alive. Massenet, Madlich, they take away the 3. Zhu, nowhere to go. Goes inside and only succeeds in passing it to the padding under the basket. The crowd believe. PAOK have been down by 20, now trail 7. Konialis with a penetration and kick. McFadden is left wide open. Koniaris stops and pops the 3, is off. Defensive rebounds is Zhu. McFadden fouls and they will walk the floor to shoot the 2. It's not the smartest thing you've seen on a basketball court. McFadden's foul in. 7 down with 5 to go. There is an eternity here. Be interesting in the press conference after the game, regardless of how this game finally pans out. If Coach Markopoulos is asked about that rotation at the half. Glendiakis and Slokas hadn't played the whole first half, started the 3rd period, and wasn't just those 2 players, but Oldenburg just dominated in that period. Oldenburg stretch it. Konialis comes off the ball screen. McFadden. Mihalovic. McFadden breaks him down. Konialis puts it on the floor, gets to the middle. And as with 3, oh, off balance! Just knocks it down. He's had wide open looks from the same spot. He takes one off balance and just buries it. 6-point game. Steal, Konialis again. It's all about Konialis. Backs himself, short with a 3. Great work by Massenet on the glass. Stolen by McFadden, what it could have been. Oh, the youngsters and the fans and the crowd getting involved. Great defense, and they're going to get a 5-second call on the sideline. It's almost as though PAOK have got rid of the 5 imposters who were playing and have put the 5 real guys on the floor. Same names on the backs of the shirt, completely different execution on the floor. Slokas comes back. Koniaris sits. Got to maintain the same momentum and rhythm. Here's McFadden. Guarded by Massenet. Stops, fires up the tough 3. Short. Ball's knocked out of bounds and will belong to Oldenburg. Bazziou. Six-point game, 4 minutes to go. Full court pressure here from PAOK. And Massenet gives it up to Licky Porty. Madric on the pick and pop. Lines up the 3. Is long this time. Defensive rebound belongs to Slokas. Gives it to McFadden. Looks at Clanton down low. Madric fouls him. And Oldenburg had fouls to give. So you've got to think maybe a good foul by Madlic in that situation. Well, the gym is not exactly full, let's be fair. But there's a lot of noise in the arena. Oh, great execution. They get the 2. Zanis Partners knocks down the 2. We're at 4 now, 70-66. Massenet and Oldenburg are a little bit guilty now of protecting what they have. They've lost that aggression in the half court. Massenet off the screen. Looks to hand it down the middle, kicks it. Bazziou for 3 is way off. And the ball comes off the left foot of Dirk Madlic. And PAOK. There's only one team trying to win at this point. PAOK have momentum. Their confidence is now in a completely different place. And Oldenburg are just trying to hang on. There is far too long to just hang on. Slokas will come off the high screen. Clanton will roll. What on earth is a behind-the-back pass now? And Slokas wants to talk about it. Just move the ball, get it into the right people's hands, and they turn it over completely unnecessarily. Markopoulos must be pulling out his hair on that one. Bazziou on the 3-throw line makes the first. The Belgian international, major part of the great success of the Belgian national team in recent competitions. He'll go 1 for 2. Defensive rebound is Clanton's. Still only a 5-point game. Now keep it simple. Slokas for 3. Chance for Kramer in transition. Goes down low to Bazziou. Goes to the jump hook. Gets the roll. Timeout for PAOK. There's still time, but they've lost momentum on the last 2 possessions. Soklas with a turnover and then the missed 3. Been punished both times. There's the rebound numbers. Not a lot to choose between them at all. Both teams just competing so hard on the glass. A 21-12 fourth quarter.
In this position, 5. 4. Pick here. And this move, pick for this. You. From here, run. Pick for you. Okay, do you understand me? Do you understand me? I like 4 you. You 4. Okay, you pick and stagger this move.
Well, coming into this game, if you'd have said Dirk Madric would be the leading scorer for Oldenburg, I would have quite happily taken any odds against that. But Madrid, 4 from 5 from the three-point line, 5 from 7 overall. He's also been 1 from 1 from the free throw line. Has 15 personal. Great game for the veteran. Soklas. McFadden gets it in the corner, fires up the three, is short. He just hasn't got going. He had that little period where he looked like he was going to break the game open. Still plenty of time here. 7-point game. Zhu. Oh, Kramer's going to go to the free throw line. And when you need something to happen, it's tight down the end of the game. Give it to your man, Kramer. Strong move. Gonialis is going to check back in. Slokas sits down. Slokas has been had a really decent season for PAOK. But tonight, you've got to say, Gonialis, when he's been out of the game, it's not been the same PAOK lineup. Substitution coming in. Vladimir Mihailovic will check in. A little bit of insurance coming in now. 9-point game. 3-possession game with literally 2 minutes to go. McFadden. Clanton has it, hands it off to Koniaris. Schubert now comes belatedly back into the game. Great big second step. Gets the drop for 2. That's what's been missing while he's been out of the game. Ricky Paulding has it. Guarded by Koniaris, feels the double team. Little piece of it, no one can come up. Kramer reacted quicker than everybody. Kramer down the middle, has it knocked away. The ball will belong to PAOK. There's the penetration, little piece of it by Schubert, goes right through Clanton's legs, touches nothing. Prentice goes up, great stand by Kuval, but he's going to be charged with a personal. Yep. And then for good measures, just made sure he got another piece of it. Kuval's going to have to sit. Normally I'd be worried, but Dirk Madric tonight is coming back in. 7-point game, 117. Prentice needs both. Gets the first. Well, 1 for 2 is not going to do it. 6-point game still. A 2-possession game. Prentice gets the steal, comes off the thigh of Ricky Paulding. Light at the end of the tunnel. PAOK need to execute and get a good look. They get a good look, you can't ask anymore. 1:11, plenty of time. Clanton gets it, Prentice straight down the middle, goes up strong in the lane. Lay it up, missed the dunk. Just had the chance to lay it in. Kramer flushes it away. And just the dagger to the heart by Kramer. 8-point game. McFadden with a tough one. Gets a soft roll. Again, full court pressure, turnover. Foul on the plate. She will go to the free throw line. Oldenburg are making very, very hard work of this. On the back of the Kramer dunk on the breakaway, you'd have thought, nope, they're fine now. 2 turnovers later, they have opened the door again for PAOK. Prentice has got to finish the play. He's at the ring. Great drive down the middle. This to make it a 4-point game with 48 seconds. Plenty of time. First one is good. Subic goes on to 12 points personal. He's only played 27 minutes. He sat out a lot in the fourth. Makes both. And Oldenburg would advance the basketball after the timeout. Let's take a listen to both of these. These will be crucial timeouts. 77-73, that advanced the ball. Here are the stats. Same 33% from the three-point line. Oldenburg just shading it 55% to 44%.
Hey, one guy.
Here is me.
The other guy. The third guy.
Adonis is here and he is Jordan T. Hey, you have to communicate.
Play from the good players. If pick and change the other side, the other guys switches. Play front. Deny the first pass. Right to the ball.
What's the defense, lot of time. We need to stop.
Hey.
We need to stop.
Switches in defense, eh? Switches.
So, sideline possession. Away basket, Oldenburg. Ricky Paulding, 10 years with this program, will take it on the sideline. Why wouldn't Kramer have it? You've got to think Kramer's going to end up with the ball here. Great catch. You can't just about hangs on. Just got to play defense now. Turnover. And Oldenburg have turned the ball over 4 times in the last 2 minutes. An unbelievable stat. 18 turnovers on the game. And PAOK have a chance now. 39 seconds. McFadden going to attack it. Goes up, off the glass, doesn't get the drop. Clinton is going to be called for the offensive foul. They're going to walk the floor. Shoot the 3 throws. Let's take a look. Well, Zhu did a good job at trying to box out. He's got him wrapped, though. Zhu on the 3-throw line. It's a 2-possession game now. Whatever he does, it's still going to be a 2-possession game. Misses the first. Oldenburg desperately trying to hang on. It's almost they're trying to keep it interesting for the fans and you at home. Zhu makes the second. Markopoulos still has a timeout. He's going to take it now with 33.5 seconds to go. 5-point game. 2 possessions. Quick score, stop. More than enough time for PAOK to somehow pull this out of the fire.
Okay. 5. Yes.
You have the 5.
Here. Adonis. Here.
I go first.
Adonis, fake. Push. Go. You under the basket.
Wait first for
Ask for the ball. Wait, eh? Big for you. Down. Eh. You. Big for this guy. You run, come here. Okay. After this, you down, big for this guy. We have time. We have time. Eh?
After we score,
we have
we
time.
stay and press.
Well, the bench points there shown. Well, baskets, Oldenburg, 15 of those have come from Dirk Madlich, so he has been such a huge factor in this game. Well, they're going to wait for McFadden. Just about get it to him. Now he gets it. It's got to go quick. McFadden spins, contacts, and he will go to the free throw line. Milhalovic, who had done a great job up until then. The clock stops with 26.6. McFadden goes to the free throw line. Needs both. Obvious statement, but just reiterate, there is no margin here for PAOK. Make the two, it's a one-possession game. And Oldenburg have actually turned it over 4 out of the last 5 possessions. And McFadden misses the first. And goes 0 for 2. Ricky Pauling does a great job boxing out. Ball belongs to Oldenburg. Wow. Should the ball have belonged to Oldenburg? Easy with slow-mo. In fact, their referees have corrected. Great work by the 3 of them. Still there. Still a chance. Great out of bounds. Sherwood off balance. Still fires it up for 3. We got a 2-point game with an eternity left. Off balance, leaning back, sitting in the VIP box. He makes the 3. Full court pressure. They just about get it in. Pauling advances. Almost turnover, and Pauling hangs on. Just about hangs on. Lost it, got it, lost it. Just about gets it. And then there's the foul. Now Schubert's going to be sitting next to the VIP box as he releases that. Pauling, 1, helps him. 2, almost makes it safe. Makes the first. Pick a man on your roster to shoot the 3 throw. And I'm pretty sure everyone would come up with Ricky Pauling. 86% free throw shooter across the Basketball Champions League. This to make it a 2-possession game, which he does. No timeout left for PAOK. They've got to go all the way. They've got to go quick. Quicker than that. Pinos attacks it. Right hand off the glass for 2. We got a 2-point game. 10.3. Pauling's out of bounds. Massenat is fouled. Wouldn't like, well, opponents is distraught. Got it. Nice finish though by Latvian off the glass. Don't really know why he's so animated. Massenat, who missed his last 2 on the free throw line. 8.3 to go. Comes up empty. PAOK have a shot at overtime at least. Massenat needs this. Makes it 3 to tie. Pinners, give it up. Well, they're going to call a foul. They have to call a foul. Got to just take. Well, Pauling did what you'd expect him to do. Up 3. There's still time in the game here. Pinners is going to make both. Does he make both, or does he intentionally miss the second one? All sorts of permutations. What's for sure is he has to make the first. Margaritis will check into the game. Misses the first. Well, they have to get the offensive rebound right now. Unforgiving, this crowd. Absolutely unforgiving. Makes the second. It's a 2-point game. Do they get it in? Yes, they do. Massenat is fouled. But there were 2 ticks off the clock. Got to make both to make it safe. McFadden checks back in. when they sit down and think about this, will that third quarter come back to haunt them, PAOK? Makes the first. This to ice the game. He makes this, it's done. That's that. To keep Oldenburg in with a shout of automatic to the second round. The three for the tie. Oh, Canales just can't get it to drop. And Oldenburg have calmed to Thessaloniki. And in spite of some crazy turnovers at the end of the fourth period, they managed to hold on for a crucial win that keeps them right in the hunt for an automatic qualification to the second round of the playoffs. They win it 82-79. Well, those statistics, as you'd expect with such a close game. Very, very close. Oldenburg with 5 turnovers in the last 4 minutes of that game. Almost gave it back to PAOK. McFadden, well, for all his quality in his first 2 games, went 6 from 16 from the field, way under what you'd expect. That wasn't the decisive factor. The decisive factor was the run that Oldenburg went on at the start of the second half. It was too big a margin in the end for PAOK to come back. I'm sure that's going to get picked up at the press conference after. Make sure you check that out on the website. And PAOK, well, they've still got the option. They're still in the hunt for a 5th place finish. They're still in the hunt to finish 4th because they'll play Ventspils next week. They're 1 game back on Ventspils. That may come down to head-to-head. But they're still in the hunt for qualification. They've just got to pick themselves up, dust themselves down, and get ready to try and win in Latvia. Well, you're going to get the chance to look at some highlights of what was a tremendous Basketball Champions League game. PAOK just never gave it up. Conialis was just superb in the way that he led his team back from the brink of a blowout to almost coming back to get the win. Lots and lots of talking points after that game. I'm sure as I say, they'll get picked up in the press conference. But from Thessaloniki, from game day 13 in Group C, it's all set up for a crucial head-to-head with Ventspils for PAOK next week. Oldenburg have a chance for an automatic qualification spot to the second round of the playoffs. But you'll have to join us next week to find out how that pans out. But for now, from Thessaloniki, it's good night. We'll leave you with some highlights, and we will see you next week.